All right, today I want to talk about how I quit smoking and my mindset and the number one thing that really did it for me. Now, I remember when I was a kid, I think I stole my mom's cigarette or I found one in an ashtray or whatever gross thing it was. Cigarettes are nasty no matter what. Doesn't matter where you get it. But I remember thinking it was so cool, and I remember showing off, and I don't even remember what other people's reaction was, but I thought it was cool. And I know that I remember pretending like I was addicted when I was younger, which is just everything about it was stupid. I was like 15, 16 or something. I was a little punk when I was a kid, but I remember until I was like 17 was really when I became actually addicted. And then I became really addicted, and I was a heavy smoker. I smoked about minimum pack a day, but sometimes two, so on. At the time, it was about $5, $4. You could get 2 packs of GPC, or I used to smoke menthol, Newport Menthol Light. Nastiest things. Cigarettes are so gross. So, anyways, I fought with trying to quit for so long. Like, it was, I mean, if you've ever smoked, like, it's not anything to be taken lightly. Like, and I was never a person who could even go a single day without smoking. I wasn't like lightly addicted. I was heavily addicted mentally and physically, and also situationally. Like, I used to work in my car and all these things, but either way, the point is I was probably just a lot like you if you're addicted to cigarettes. And I tried a lot of things. I tried patches, I tried everything. And this one year, I can't even remember how it came up, but in conversation with somebody, they mentioned the book Easy Way to Quit Smoking by Alan Carr. And I remember I was weaning down on my cigarettes. I had the nicotine patch. I was on step 3, and I think it was 3, 2, 1. And I was like kind of doing okay, and I started reading the book. And it was like life-changing. I was like, oh my God. Like, and this book is so amazing because it doesn't tell you, okay, stop smoking, this is it. It tells you, like, you read a chapter and it says, now go smoke and think about this. And it's crazy. And I don't know if you've ever heard of this book, but if you haven't, you should really check it out. I think it has something like 30 or 50 million people have quit smoking from this particular method. It's the most successful quitting smoking method in the world. Like, you can combine all of the quitting smoking methods together, and it still doesn't even come close to this book. It's kind of what I think is the important part of the addiction that you really want to tackle. Now, mind you, some people might need a more physical way of quitting smoking, but this is what did it for me. So in 2004, I remember closing that book, and it's like, go smoke your last cigarette. And I remember smoking it. It was just so disgusting. There's a lot of emotions and everything. However, I was just so done. And since that day, I think it was October something, 2004, I remember starting counting the days and then just lost track, because it's been since that day that I've ever touched a cigarette. And even if somebody's like, hold one, I'm like, nope, don't want to, nothing. And then I remember like a decade later or something, like I remember holding a cigarette for somebody, and I remember smelling it. And the way that a cigarette smells to a ex-smoker, because you're so sensitive to it not smelling, it's just the nastiest smell in the world. Like, it's so gross. I mean, I think weed smells gross too, even like at this point. Like, the way cigarettes take over your brain is so massive, and like, you can't downplay that at all. It's serious. So I know that I tried over and over and over, and tried every single method I could possibly think of, and punching pillow, angry why I can't do it. Like, why can't I just take control of my life again? Like, well, this book was my kind of final hurrah to actually doing it, and it may or may not help you, but I do highly suggest it because it helped me. And then I recommended it over the years to many people, and I think a good 20 people that I know have quit from this book. So if I can do it as a heavy smoker, and all these other people that I've met have done it, I think you can do it too. So I just wanted to share that because it is really important to never ever smoke ever again in your life. Quit that. So if you've quit smoking yourself, please share the tips below. This is for everybody. I think that it's really important to have kind of a community and have some ideas bouncing around. You never know. Sometimes it's just that one little thing that gets through that one day. And you know, it's just massively important to never smoke again. Smoking is the worst possible thing. And I really, really wish I quit even sooner than I did. And I'm so thankful and grateful that I've quit for this long, and I will never, ever go back. It's ridiculous how stupid I think it is. So until next time, over, like, subscribe, all that business. Peace.